Birds of a Feather Now and Forever, I am PataponCreeper. Sorry for that cutoff at the end, apparently I didn't set my settings to record longer. But, as I was explaining, the shark, in this alternate universe that you go into is the only one with this abandoned post-apocalyptic city. It's devoid of life, or so we think. The internet security hires the player to go in there to help them because he has the skills for it. Because they want to find the shark and bring it back alive and get some answers. This shark has a curse though that you cannot touch him with. He has the glitches of glitches. That's what those floating pixels are around him. Not even Missing No can survive. To describe what this horrifying curse does, if it touches someone that isn't a shark, it's basically like the ending to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Because it'll basically slowly and painfully eat the player alive. Yeah, it's a very disturbing concept. I actually started making that for a Nightmare Showcase video at one point. I haven't posted it yet because I'm still gonna edit and fix a glitch or two in some of the recordings. But yeah, some Nightmare models are made, but not all 1,000 yet. Only about 20 so far, but still. Anyways, so basically you have to help them go in there and find out about the shark. I won't say too much about the story, but you'll also find me in there since I'm the creator of the shark. Of course, you gotta find me to get the basically, I'll say this: there are two endings. One is bad ending where you just play through normally. Shark gets you. End of story.
We lost track of Max.
If you want the good ending, you gotta find me. And there's a simple trick to do that. You gotta find two specific nightmares as the night before the last night. And you gotta survive both of the jump scares. In other words, you gotta escape in the middle of the jump scare. That's gonna be a possibility for some nightmares. Now, basically, every nightmare is different. No two are alike. Other than Nightmares 6 and 7, because they're siblings. And they'll work together sometimes to get the player. So yeah, anyways, if you get the good ending, you'll get the bonus night. And this one's hard. But you gotta earn that ending, I guess. But it is possible. But it's gonna push something to the limits, so yeah. I won't say what, because that'll be a big time spoiler. I won't spoil the story either, who the shark is or whatever. It's all up to the player to find out. Plus, the shark will basically tell you in the games anyway. So yeah. As for the third game, still not revealing. But remember a certain Disney sequel that came out in recent times? Yeah, that's your hint as to what it is. Anyways, they're all on games you'll see. I won't say on the recording, I'm afraid. So yeah.
Okay then.
So yeah. Anyways, that's all for the game development stuff. As for film development, there might be origin movies in the future for all my characters. But yeah, as well as the main series for my main character, PataponCreeper himself. Just gotta go through some script writing and other stuff. I'm also trying to make a fictional language for my character of PataponCreeper. It's called PataponCreeper Knees. All I've got so far made is a greeting. Niwa Sun Quinn. That would be hello everybody.
Okay.
That's all I got so far though. I'm still working on it, trust me. It's actually harder than it looks to make an original fictional language, you know?
Yeah, I can only imagine how much trouble the developers of Colonel Agor the Phantom Isle had when creating the
apparently, what's his name? Tolkien, I think? Yeah, he apparently was a linguist, and so he made the language as he was writing the stories, apparently. He made Elvish. So yeah, he wrote it himself, completely. Every last word. Anyways, now as for other upcoming stuff on my channel, well, it's making a big change. It's gonna be an all-year Halloween channel. I might do a simple thing in the gameplays where I also dress up in like classic Halloween costumes and crap, just for crap and giggles, you know. So one day you might find me as like a mummy, then the next day, like about a week later, you might find me as like a vampire or something. A couple weeks later, you might find me as a ghost. Some simple costumes, but I might go advanced sometimes upon request. So yeah, if you want to do the Bonnie costume, for example, from Five Nights at Freddy's, I'll do it. I'll make it. Fursuit and everything. But anyways. Yeah, I also bought Halloween decorations for it. Now, as for the Halloween special from 2018, it's still being edited, but I worked hard for a week on the intro alone. Yeah, I'm trying to make it different from last year's Halloween special, so the intro's different, but same music. I got permission again.
Hello, help.
Where are you?
Thank you.
There we go. Alright, so as I was saying, basically, the intro for the Halloween specials is still the same. That cool, awesome metal version of the Beetlejuice cartoon theme. Yeah, that's the stuff. And I also mixed in Terminator 2 theme song in there, while making the intro kind of based on Terminator 2's intro, as well as Terminator 1's intro. Kind of a mixture of both. But there's lots of cool stuff in the intro, so pay attention to all the cool little references and stuff, and the timing of everything, and all the designs and everything, you know?
My servants never die.
Yeah. I also will mention a couple things that I did during the time of October 2018. Like how I went to Comic-Con for the second time, and something freaking awesome happened. Which I'll probably just explain here until that is done. But okay. At Comic-Con, I bought a rare pop figure of Audrey 2 from Los Apars. It's a rare version though. There's a normal version and there's a rare version, which has blood dripping from his mouth. So yeah, I bought the blood dripping because, you know what, rare version rocks. Anyways, while I was talking to someone holding that thing, the Daleks, the actual goddamn Daleks, no joke, the actual things they used in the show, walked up to me, or in this case rolled up to me, and asked what I was holding. I was geeking out at that point, basically, because I even said the Daleks rule, and I wish I had more Dalek merch. And I even said all hail to the Daleks, and they even said it with me. It was freaking awesome. I'm still geeking out about it to this day, seriously. Just seeing the Daleks come up to me and talk to me. I loved it.
Coincidence? I think not.
And yet this was like about a year after the first Comic-Con, where after I left the first Comic-Con the year prior, basically I had a dream where, since I was kind of sad I couldn't meet the Daleks the year prior, in the dream apparently I had that at one night, they came to my house. Cheer me up. Now, this kind of came true when you think about it, because apparently Comic-Con next year, they came up to me and talked to me. I was just, seriously, as a Doctor Who fan, you don't know how much of an honor that was to actually talk with Daleks. Classic and new. It was awesome.
Who?
Doctor Who! Oh man, it's great. Comic-Con was great the second time around because I got to do more. I even got a cool stuff. Got several cool things, like some replicas and stuff of things. I could have gotten the Ghostbusters Proton Pack, but I didn't get my name pulled from the draw. Yeah, that was the sad part. Would have been cool to have a Proton Pack though. Well, at least I got some other stuff, like a 3D printed replica of the Raptor Claw from Jurassic Park, as well as other cool stuff from films and games. So yeah. I still got a few of those things, I think. Also, that second year of Comic-Con, there was gonna be, what's his name? Keith David. If you don't know who Keith David is, he voiced Goliath in Gargoyles TV show, as well as my favorite character from Halo, Velvatom the Arbiter. Yeah, and he was gonna be at Comic-Con this year. So I grabbed out my copy of the Gargoyles movie VHS, which is simply just the first 5 episodes, just edited, rearranged, and crap like that, and shortened. So yeah, you might as well buy yeah, you aren't getting this on DVD. They never released the DVD. You can only get the full 5 episodes on the DVD box set of the series. So anyways, I was gonna get him to sign that, as well as my Arbiter pop figure. And then once I was there, I also bought a replica blade of the Energy Sword. Yeah, the Energy Sword from Halo, the thing that Arbiter uses. And then I was gonna get him to sign that as well. But the sad news was, Keith David was a no-show, sadly. Yeah, that was kind of disappointing.
Clear out the area to blow the door.
Yeah. So, never got Keith David's signature. Kind of upset me, but I kind of got over it because there was more fun stuff. Because I also got to try out Beat Saber for the first time. I had tried out VR at a mall once, but Beat Saber's really where I truly shined with the VR. And I did not go easy mode on my first try. No, I did the full-on expert. Yeah, I went full in. If you play Beat Saber, you either go to the full beats or you don't go in. It's like Doom. You either play on Ultra Violence or Nightmare or don't play at all because it's not as fun on the lower difficulties. So yeah.
Go big or go home, so they say.
Yep. That's what I said even when the guy questioned why I was doing expert mode and I've never played the game. And guess which song I did? Since they didn't have mods connected, so I didn't have custom songs, I just had default songs. Take a wild guess which song I did.
Which one?
$100 Bills, the one from the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a really good song. Give it a listen sometime. It was really good. And I was struggling, but I managed. But I was really bad at the same time, but I was lucky I didn't fail. I want to get a VR one of these days. I so love VR.
It's a very
That
good
thing-
part of the horror experience, I'd say.
Yeah. And it's also good for adorable games like Moss. Seriously, you've gotta see freaking... Oh, what's her name? Quill. You've gotta see Quill. She's just the most adorable mouse in VR of all time. I just couldn't help but pet her every chance I got when playing the demo at the mall. Like, I just couldn't stop. She was too adorable.
Right.
Like, I barely played the game really and was just most of the time petting her. The little mousy mouse was just too adorable for me to handle. I couldn't play the game. It took me longer than normal just to finish the demo. And I actually wanted to play the boss, but the demo wouldn't let me. It cut me off. I wanted to fight the boss. It was cool. It looked so awesome. I didn't even get a chance to start the battle with the giant snake. It was awesome though. The puzzles were cool and everything. But yeah. She even had a little grass sword. It was adorbs. And yet it somehow still cuts the beetles. I don't know how, but yeah. With the first experience of VR, I tried 3 things. First, sitting down with no motion controllers. I tried the shark game from PlayStation VR. And oh my god, I felt like I was in Jaws and I panicked. No, literally, I was scared to death.
Can't blame you.
And then the second game, I tried sitting down with motion controllers. It was like something out of James Bond. I was in a car, although this was a British car, so I was sitting in the passenger seat on the left side, where normally here that would be the driver's side. So it really freaking messed me up. But still, I was basically grabbing bullets out of a bag for a pistol and shooting guys on motorcycles and vans that were chasing us down a highway. It was like an action scene out of a spy movie. It was freaking awesome. I had trouble sometimes reloading the guns though, because the balls on the ends of the motion controllers of the PlayStation Move kept on bumping against each other. Yeah, the ball on the one kept on bumping the bottom of the one, preventing me from actually, you know, putting the freaking cartridge into the gun. So yeah, it was hard to reload sometimes. But yeah, I loved exploring the car as well, like tossing the freaking drink that was in the car. Nice coffee! And exploring even the glove compartment to find, what do you know, gloves, as well as more bullets. So yeah, it was kind of cool.
Nice.
And then the third experience, I got to stand up and do the motion controllers, and this is where I got the most wild. It was a super hot VR, as it was called. It's that one where you fight the red dudes, apparently. I started referencing Deadpool, but half the time I kept on jumping out of my game area and into the other people's game areas. They had to guide me back, because obviously I can't see outside of the VR. But yeah, I referenced Deadpool at one point, because I was armed with just an ashtray to throw at him. I had no guns to shoot them with, and I had to shoot. And basically, Super Hot VR, the enemies move when you move, so you got to be very precise and stay still to plan ahead. And so I was behind cover, and I was referencing Deadpool. I was like, "Hi there!" They shoot me. Ah! Duck in cover, and then I'm like, you know, this guy had the right idea. He wore the red pants. They shoot me again. Fine. I've only got one ashtray, so you're gonna have to share. I throw it at the one dude, and then I go up, grab his gun, and then shoot the other guy. I couldn't get past at one point, but I got far. But at the one point, I was just stuck and kept on dying and having to restart several levels back and go through it all over again. Repeating the Deadpool moment. Still funny as heck, though. And apparently Super Hot VR is on Steam as well, so, you know what? Once I get VR, I'm getting it. I also was looking into a free VR game on Steam called VR Chat. Now, after seeing Ready Player One, which I goddamn love, freaking best video game movie of all time, most copyright in a film ever, best thing ever, and best references. Good god, great story. I don't know why people hate it. Sure, maybe the acting is not the highest quality, but frig it, it's a good movie. I saw it in theaters in 3D and stuff with D-box seats, so everything shook when the thing shook. Superhero landing, I felt the vibrations. For other explosions, felt the vibrations. D-box rocks, okay? Anyways, basically VR Chat is basically like the Oasis. It's exactly like that. It's free, and yet you can play it without VR. But I think but I haven't downloaded it yet. I keep it in my wish list till I get VR, because I think the true experience shines when it's in VR, as the name suggests, VR chat. But yeah, it's just like the Oasis. You can get custom character models. You can play as copyrighted characters if you wanted to. Just like how in the film there was like 6 Master Chiefs. That made me laugh, actually, no joke. You could also play as the Hello Kitty and the gang. Yeah, that was in the background. Someone was Sonic. Heck, someone was another character I recognized. There was Overwatch characters. Yes, there was Overwatch references in the movie. No joke. There was an Overwatch land as well as a Tracer somewhere in the background. They also had other references
Which
like
movie
Freddy
was
Krueger and
this?
Jason. Ready Player One. And you
I
gotta
gotta
admit,
check
they
that
also
out.
had. It's a good movie. There's lots of references. Iron Giant. You got other stuff from Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees. You got Overwatch. You got Hello Kitty. You got Sonic. You got Minecraft. You got other cool stuff and references. You got all kinds of references. Like, seriously, there's no end to them. There's actually a video trying to count all the references. 200 plus references to count it so far, and they haven't even covered everything. And it's nearly a 30-minute video. Like, holy crap. Seriously. Even the plot is very well designed. Like, and oh my god, I love the final thing the plot references. Best video game history reference ever. Seriously, you've got to look into it. It's on DVD now, you've got to watch this. If you're a game fan, give it a look. Ignore what people are saying, because it's actually not that bad. Seriously. It's like just insane. And VR chat is pretty much like it. Maybe not 100% like it, but it's got the basics of the Oasis down. At least. Seriously. Custom models to where you play as anything you want? Check. VR? Check. Able to move around into different places and hang out with friends? Check, check, check. You basically got the basics, and eventually it could possibly end up being the Oasis. And I wanted to. I so wanted to. This is like a dream come true, you know. Seriously. I apparently heard online somewhere there was an event that happened in VR. Just a random event with players, apparently. And this just shows how much players care about other players. Because a guy was playing VR chat with some of his friends, but then all of a sudden in the middle of the game, he had a seizure. No, a seizure IRL, and it was affecting his character in-game. People were actually worried and asking if he was okay, trying to call 911 for him and stuff. Trying to make sure he was alive, you know? Like, seriously, that is dedication of players. Friendship, you know?
Good to know that we have people like that around here.
Yeah. Same thing with Warcraft. Apparently, a player died, and they were a great Warcraft player, and so his friends didn't... like, a lot of his friends were online friends, so they couldn't hold a regular funeral, so because, obviously, they'd have to schedule and plane tickets and crap. So what they did was instead they hosted a funeral in Warcraft, in his favorite location and everything, or hers. I forget the gender of the person that died, but still, they hosted it in the person's favorite location of Warcraft. A whole funeral. They even put up signs so that people don't disturb. That didn't stop some jerk raiders, though. Yeah, they invaded the freaking funeral on them. Thanks a lot, raiders. You just interrupted a dead man's funeral. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. I hope they were taken care of.
Oh yeah, they got rid of the raid fast. Yeah, they defeated the raid in time and continued the funeral, I think, but yeah, nobody's gonna forget that, apparently. That was really jerkish of them, though. A lot of stuff like that has happened with games and stuff. Heck, you remember Smash Bros. Ultimate's release date? Yeah, well,
Yeah.
some guy was actually... one guy was actually a big fan of Smash Bros., but he was in the hospital because of a killing disease that was going to kill him before Smash Bros. Ultimate was even going to release. He was actually sad that he was never going to play the latest and best game of the Smash Bros. Series. You know what Nintendo did? They came right to his hospital bed and let him play it early. Yeah, they actually gave the guy hope. They gave him a chance to see the game before he died. He actually got a dying wish fulfilled. Isn't Nintendo sweet?
Wow.
Yeah. That's as very honorable as what they did in Overwatch for the hero that died, IRL.
Yeah, someone stole a friend that tried to steal the person's friend's motorcycle, and then Wu Hung Yu tried to stop him, but died trying, and he was given the Courageous Citizen Award in Lijiang Tower, and he, there's a set of spacesuits that read Hung Yu in Chinese characters, and Chinese characters is actually read Immortal Hero, or as Mercy would say.
I don't know where you got that line from, but that is correct. Heroes never die.
So,
I love
guess...
how some game developers actually care about their players and actually do something right, you know? Unlike certain developers, I'm looking at you EA games, where they just don't care and try to do stupid stuff. Yeah, loot boxes in Battlefront 2. Yeah, they thought they were going to make the money off of that alone and basically built the game around loot boxes. Yeah, look where that got them. They finally realized their mistake because that didn't make them a lot of money. I like it when developers actually care about their players. So yeah, like what Nintendo did as well as Overwatch, and even some other developers of old that still continue their best franchises for the fans, and care about their fans and actually give them what they want. Look at the creators of Banjo-Kazooie. They tried to give the fans something as a return with Ukulele. May not have been the best attempt, but it was a good attempt nonetheless, since they couldn't hold the copyright anymore. And then look at Doom. They're still doing the Doom for the fans the good way. They do it the good way. They tried something different, but they quickly realized, yeah, that's not working. Let's forget about Doom 3. Let's go back to roots. Forget Doom 4. We're going Doom 2016 Remake. And look at what that little fix did. It brought the franchise back up. Seriously. Like, you know what I mean? Like, showing people of the new shooters how it's done. Yeah, fans love it when their developers listen. Look at Bethesda, though. Oh my god. Look what they did with Fallout 76. A rushed piece of mess with nearly 100 glitches. Yeah, there's a whole video on them. You got also, basically, like, usually the players like to mod the game to fix some of the graphical errors, fix some of the bugs and stuff like that when it comes to the Fallout series. But no, apparently devs don't want that in 76. You try to mod the game, you get banned, and the only way to get back in is to write a freaking essay on why cheating is bad. Yeah, and not to mention the pre-order bundle got crappier instead of how it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be very fine fabric for the duffel bag. What did we get instead? Nylon.
Wow. You know,
Yeah.
one thing, I just hope a possible Sonic Adventure remake fixes the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise the same way Doom 2016 fixed Doom. I just hope.
And Doom 2016 is getting Doom Eternal now, and it's got some new lore, like a rival for the Doomslayer. It's freaking awesome. As well as new weapons, like the meat hook. I like the meat hook. It's freaking awesome.
I also hope that they bring back the original Sonic voice actors for the adventure games, with the exception of Dean Bristow, because
like what they did with Spyro Reignited, where they got the original voices, minus some original voices like the voice of Spyro in Spyro 1 being Carlos Alazraki. They got the voice of Hunter, but all he had time for was Ripto, since he did both Ripto and Hunter in the original games. So yeah, all they had time for him was Ripto. Well, at least we got the good part out of him. Hunter is a generic voice, so I was willing to accept any new voice actor for him. And they did a good one, at least. I can live with it. Allura, obviously, I am not sure how old the original actress is, or if they got the original actress, but I knew they probably had to get someone younger. So, yeah, understandable. Now, one thing I think is true about the new voice of Sheila the Kangaroo is that now she's actually played by someone who is Australian instead of someone trying to imitate Australian accent. Yeah, it's kind of obvious with the original games that she was voiced by someone trying to imitate an Australian accent, whereas in the Reignited trilogy she's played by someone who is Australian, so it's a true accent there. I like that change. It's good. Now, Tom Kenny was a big voice in a lot of the games in the original trilogy, and they mainly hired him back, and he at least does a good Carlos Alazraki voice. So he's a good replacement for Carlos, I guess, when it comes to Reignited trilogy. So yeah, kind of good. And I like how with Reignited Trilogy, when it comes to re-recording these voice lines, they actually add emotion. Now, I'm not trying to diss the PS1 era because voice acting was very poor back then. But then again, what we're gonna do? It's early days of gaming, okay? Voice acting is gonna be poor. Nowadays, we actually have emotion in the Reignited Trilogy. I kind of like that little touch. It's got good feeling to it. I won't forget how the original ones go, but I'd sure love to see the Reignited cutscenes more, because emotion, more humor and stuff like that. You know?
I hope the Sonic Adventure games and Sonic Heroes do the same if they are ever remade. And I guess you can say the Crash and Insane trilogy did something similar with the voice acting. And I think they got Clancy Brown to voice Cortex again. I'll have to look that up, but
Yeah.
I
didn't even know there was going to be a Sonic Heroes remake. I didn't know that. If they do, please add a DLC or something like that so that Knuckles has his hat from the 1990s animated movie. I love that hat. Oh, I just opened the loot box and I got a skin for Hammond. The red one. It's a lithium.
So
Okay.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, there isn't much left for me to talk about with the YouTube channel, really. So yeah, not a lot left. But yeah, VR is a great thing to look into. But yeah, the Halloween special is delayed due to the computer problems, but there's a lot planned, so it'll be longer than the first one. It'll be different stuff too. There is, like, in fact, another gameplay. I wrote a creepypasta at the same time. It's very poor because it's my first one, and I tried to do like a little, you know, one of those alternate reality games with it. So it basically was written upon days, basically. So each part is the actual day I wrote the certain part at. Basically, I was doing Slime Rancher creepypasta. Now, yes, as I also tried to provide Slime Rancher footage, but I couldn't replicate what was shown, obviously. So, yeah, basically, yeah. But there was fan art of a certain monster I had in there, so I was lucky to get permission to use that. I had a whole website for this thing. If you want to know the password to read the creepypasta, it's just Tabby. That's it. Just Tabby. That's all you need. Just to be able to read the 5 parts or so. I left it on a cliffhanger because it might be a bit poorly written. I was trying to become second to Godzilla creepypasta, trying not to have too many cliches and still be well written, but I kind of had trouble. Yeah, it's my first creepypasta, so don't judge me if it's crap. Plus, it's getting a part 2 eventually when I rewrite this a bit, you know. But yeah, there would be the creepypasta reading, as well as some other cool stuff in the Halloween special, such as stuff to do with Count Duckula, if you remember that show. Very cool theme in the outro. Oh, so I danced to them as well as those other songs. But I also decided to do something else with Count Duckula. A very popular meme where you take the end credits scenes that were just random freaking things that popped up out of nowhere and put random clips in place of them. So instead of if you're feeling or you're kind of you basically would get some random clip like, if you're feeling, and what the F, or you kinda, doom is awesome. You just get randomness out of it, and it fits perfectly. You could fit anything. I learned this little meme from Nostalgia Critic, and he put it in a bunch of clips. Like, seriously. Yippee-ki-yay! It even works with long clips, but I say don't go too long, because that kind of makes it take longer to watch. Keep it simple and quick, in my opinion. So yeah, you might get me doing a few attempts at that one. But yeah, there's a lot I planned for this Halloween special, as well as transition scenes, all acted and everything. You'd get a Doom joke, Matrix joke, you get a Hunchback of Notre Dame joke, you get all kinds of jokes out of me, okay? So yeah, wanted to try something different. A lot of stuff working on in this one, so yeah. I still haven't finished editing it because, well, basically computer problems once again. I don't know what it is with this thing, but I'm simply just I'm just fed up. We've tried fixing this thing so many times. I'm just gonna simply replace it with a VR ready computer. No more problems, simple as that. Transfer everything, reinstall everything, boom, good to go. And then as for the cruddy computer that I have to use to contact my friends, seriously, it's so cruddy, I had a pain in the arse time trying to install the Wi-Fi stick, let alone run anything that isn't Doom, because original Doom can run on anything. So yeah, I was lucky that could still run on this thing, but it's got low storage on this cruddy computer. This is a computer I had before the good computer. So yeah, I switched to the good computer because 1.2 terabytes of storage, lots more good power, but it's not powerful enough to run Doom 2016 or VR apparently. So yeah, I have no choice but to get the VR computer if I want that stuff. Yeah. But yeah, in the end, it'll all be worth it. Hiatus will be over. I promise you all that. As for anything that's happening with me IRL, I've kind of put on a bit of weight. Don't worry, that'll be fixed. It's just that I've had nothing to do really, so nothing to do. My mom's camera is getting too full to record more than a minute. That's why you don't see face camness. And also, I wanted to get my own camera anyways. Like, the fact that my mom doesn't empty the camera often and fills it up with pictures is kind of very hard to work with. So yeah, I need my own camera. So yeah, and I'll also be getting some other equipment and stuff. As for the live-action series of PataponCreeper, basically, it's gonna have some auditions soon. Now, as for other movies I'm filming, I'm actually planning a sequel for The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This actually counts as a sequel for both Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Walt Disney, as well as Sleepy Hollow by Tim Burton. There are other Sleepy Hollow movies out there, I've heard, so it actually technically works for all of them, but it'll mainly reference the Tim Burton and Disney films, Sleepy Hollow. So yeah, basically, I have auditions up for any actors who are nearby, at least, to help with this one. I'll be directing and playing as the Horseman himself. Yeah, I'm gonna learn a costume trick. But anyways, basically, the story goes is that the Headless Horseman, even though he's been put to rest, he has finally returned for revenge on Ichabod Crane. The only problem is, well, it's centuries after Ichabod Crane has died. Like, from old age and stuff. So he has to go after, instead, a descendant of Ichabod Crane. The latest in the Crane family. A teenage girl, I forget what I named her, I'd have to look at the audition page again, but yeah, apparently she's now the target. It's Halloween as well, so yeah, I did modern day...
Why not make it a teenage boy or something?
Well, she has a boyfriend, but I wanted to try to hero protagonist, because we already got like too many male protagonists. It's basically become a cliche. So yeah, I wanted to do a hero protagonist.
Is a pretty big cliche in itself too.
Yeah. But she won't be in distress. She'll be the one that doesn't get in distress, so trust me. If anything, her boyfriend's probably gonna be the cliche chicken out guy, you know, just for cliche laughs.
Okay, forget I said anything.
It's fine, it's fine. It's at least better than Damsel in Distress. I'm kind of sick and tired of that one as well. It's okay in some cases where it works, but in other cases, it's just overused. Seriously, look at Daphne, for example. It works with her, but not all the time. Because she's kind of one of the first damsels in distresses, and she's from Scooby-Doo, for frick's sakes. They tried to fix this with the...
but Daphne's family has always been kind of danger prone, as they put it. So like her entire family ran into traps, and
man.
And
they tried to fix her damsel in distress problem in the Scooby-Doo live-action movies by making her learn to get black. And so she kicks a wrestler's arse. Yeah, and then it pins him down over a hole after kicking his arse, and she tells the wrestler, "Now who's the damsel in distress?" And he whimpers, "Me?" And she's like, straight up, slams him down the hole.
Wow. That
damsel in distress no longer. Even though right at the beginning she was caught by the lunar ghost. But in the end she fixed that. She became the black belt. So yeah. But they still make her damsel in distress in TV shows. I don't know why. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy. So,
yeah. Well, at least in Pup Named Scooby-Doo, I don't think she's damsel in distress in Pup Named Scooby-Doo, because she's just a kid. Anyways, yeah, there's not much left in my YouTube channel. I don't really have much else to go by, other than a couple series that I might be doing called Random Halloween Saturdays. I kind of had to put this one on hold, but I was originally going to plan 2 episodes per Saturday, basically. You know, just something random and Halloween related. Even request style. You could request something. Like say, hey, make PC jump scare someone from behind a tree. I don't care really what it is, as long as it's Halloween related, because it works, you know? Mm-hmm. But yeah, not much else. Reanimating the original PataponCreeper shorts with deleted scenes put back in. So like reanimated, better animation and everything, including some stuff I didn't have time for within that week. So I'll have a month to work on this time. And so basically what I'll do is stuff like moving mouths. Yeah, actually lip sync and stuff. Instead of just making them just shake up and down, you know? Although I'll still try to keep the the couch animation as good as it was, because that was my best part there. That was the best part. Seriously, my best work in that animation. And it was my first ever animation and second video. Yeah. One of my best works, too. Yeah, seriously, it was very popular.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, a good quarter of my views came from it. A lot of the likes, too. Yeah. I had to re-upload it once YouTube gave me crap for frickin' using a dead meme. Seriously, hey, who's gonna care if I use the meme anymore? You know what I mean? Yeah, and I have yet to get that video back, so I had to use a re-upload in the meantime, and I kind of am disappointed. That's one of the reasons why I'm going for Patreon now with YouTube. So, you want to get videos a day early, or 5 days early, I mean, pay only $1 every month on Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description. And don't forget to check out the new Twitter, to keep updated on some upcoming stuff, as well as life things, I guess, if you want to know that kind of crap. And then if you want, join the Discord server. You know, keep up to date with everything of PataponCreeper, and share some stuff as well. And even earn shoutouts by becoming having the YouTuber role, and being able to share your videos in the shoutouts channel. So yeah, you'll get a shoutout. I'm giving PlayStation Pichu here a shout out right now. So yeah. Check out his channel, he's got lots of Overwatch as well as Spyro and other games. Seriously, check him out. I'm in a few of those videos, so if you feel homesick, don't worry, I'm in a few. But do enjoy his content, he's got lots. He's had more experience with Overwatch than me, so he knows a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
yeah, I'm probably
maybe for the next series of videos out, which won't be in our anniversary video most likely, we might do our competitive placement matches for this season.
Yeah, sure thing. Oh, speaking of series, I almost forgot another upcoming thing. This one's a good one. A video game archaeology. I am what is known as a video game archaeologist. I kind of came up with the word, but you know what it means. It's kind of like
You
Indiana
go
Jones,
through
except for
betas
games.
of old games and
Yeah, I look at the betas, I study them, I look at the glitches, cheat codes, everything, lore, everything, you name it in the game, I will study it. Now, I have planned some episodes, but I may alter that ordering soon, because of other stuff that came up in interest. But yeah, the first episode, I pretty much had finished, but I didn't export it yet, because I want to try to get the first season made completely, so that I can make the intro and outro. So basically, in other words, the first episode's complete, but not posted, because it needs an intro. It's basically like that little theme song thing. Basically, yeah, I basically decided to do like Indiana Jones remixes and stuff. So Metal Indiana Jones, that's the intro. Outro, 8-bit Indiana Jones. Thought it would work because he's an archaeologist. But yeah.
I think it makes sense.
Also, Donnie, you make an accidental appearance in my first episode.
Huh?
Well, basically, I was using, I had Steam open by accident, and you messaged, it might have been Steam or Discord, either one, you messaged me in the middle. Actually, no, wait, it was a YouTube notification. I tried to open it up so I could watch it later, and actually said what? As I said, shout out to PlayStation Pichu.
Oh.
So yeah, you interrupted part of the gameplay, but it was during, like the blooper sequence where it was during like my many tries just to do this one thing. It's a very important piece of history, but hey, you know what? Shoutouts for everyone, I guess. I wouldn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of your Overwatch videos, I think. I forget which. I'd have to look at the footage again if I can get access to my computer. That's the thing. I gotta really get this thing dealt with. Otherwise, fans aren't gonna see me for a long time. So I might try to do this Overwatch thing for a while, just to keep viewers, you know, busy at least. You know, give them something at least.
Yeah.
You know? And then give them a true gameplay eventually. But I'm not saying this is not true gameplay, but I'm saying this is gameplay. So it's worth doing at least. So yeah, I might even try to edit these gameplays a bit more once I get the hang of the editor and stuff that's on the PlayStation. Yeah. Alright, well, this is the 4th part of the 5th anniversary of my channel, with co-hosting of Donnie here from the PlayStation Pichu channel, helping out with this. Probably for the next episode, I'll let you talk about some upcoming plans you got for your channel. So, yeah. while we do some competitive or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah. So remember, everyone, to be of a kind, birds of a feather, now and forever. Good night, everybody.